In the bustling suburbs of Chicago, where manicured lawns hid generations of secrets, Ethan Harper stared at his reflection in the cracked mirror of his grandmother's attic room, wondering if today would be the day he finally broke free. But freedom felt like a distant dream when your own family treated you like an outsider, especially after coming out as gay in a household where tradition trumped everything. Little did Ethan know, as he dusted the antique vases that morning, that his grandmother's failing health would soon unleash a storm that would redefine loyalty, love, and legacy. Ethan had moved in with his grandmother, Evelyn Harper, 3 years ago, right after college. It was supposed to be temporary, a way to save money while job hunting in graphic design. But Evelyn's arthritis had worsened, and the family decided Ethan, the unmarried one, could handle the caregiving. "You're good at this stuff," his Aunt Linda had said with a dismissive wave, as if folding laundry and cooking meals were his natural calling. Ethan's parents, divorced and distant, nodded along, relieved not to shoulder the burden themselves. His older brother, Mark, a successful lawyer with a wife and 2 kids, joked that Ethan was the help now, a term that stung like salt in an open wound. At 25, Ethan felt trapped in a role he never chose. Evelyn's sprawling Victorian home in Oak Park was a relic of old money, filled with echoes of her late husband's real estate empire. She was sharp as ever mentally, her blue eyes piercing through the fog of age. "You're more than they see, dear," she'd whisper during their evening teas, her voice a mix of frailty and fire. Ethan cherished those moments. They were the only times he felt truly seen. But outside those walls, life was lonelier. His last relationship had ended badly. His ex, Alex, couldn't handle the family drama. "Your relatives treat you like a servant," Alex had said before leaving. Ethan hadn't argued. One crisp autumn afternoon, as leaves swirled outside the bay windows, Evelyn called Ethan to her bedside. "Sit, child," she said, patting the quilt. Her hands trembled as she handed him a worn leather journal. "This is our family story, not the polished version they tell at reunions." Ethan flipped through pages of handwritten notes. Tales of Evelyn's immigrant parents, her husband's shady deals that built their wealth, and confessions of regrets. "I married for security, not love," she admitted softly. "Don't make my mistakes." Ethan's heart ached. He knew she referred to his hidden life, the one where he yearned for a partner who understood his world. That evening, the family gathered for dinner. Mark with his perfect nuclear unit, Aunt Linda with her latest husband, and Uncle Tom, the perpetual bachelor who masked his alcoholism with bad jokes. Conversation flowed around investments and vacations, sidelining Ethan as he served the roast. "Ethan, be a dear and refill the wine," Linda cooed. He complied, biting back resentment. Later, as he cleared plates, Mark pulled him aside. "Graham's talking about updating her will. Make sure she doesn't do anything rash." Ethan's stomach twisted. Was this why they tolerated him? To safeguard their inheritance? Days blurred into weeks. Ethan's routine, meds for Evelyn, grocery runs, light housekeeping, left little time for himself. But in stolen moments, he sketched designs on his laptop, dreaming of a freelance career. One night, after tucking Evelyn in, he logged onto a dating app, swiping through profiles with cautious hope. That's when he matched with Jamie, a 27-year-old teacher from nearby Evanston. Their first chat was electric, shared laughs over bad family stories, mutual love for indie films. "Family can be brutal," Jamie typed. "Mine disowned me after I came out." Ethan felt a spark, a connection untainted by obligation. Their first date was at a cozy coffee shop in the city. Jamie's warm smile and easy manner melted Ethan's defenses. "Tell me about your grandma," Jamie said, sipping his latte. Ethan opened up, describing Evelyn's wit and the family's undercurrents. "She sees me," he said. Jamie reached across the table, his hand brushing Ethan's. "I see you too." For the first time in years, Ethan felt hopeful. But back home, reality intruded. Evelyn's health dipped. A doctor's visit revealed congestive heart failure. "Months, maybe," the physician said gravely. As winter set in, tensions escalated. Mark visited more, probing Evelyn about assets. "We need to think about the future," he'd say. Evelyn waved him off. "The future is Ethan's to shape." Whispers spread. Was she losing her mind? Aunt Linda cornered Ethan in the kitchen. "You're influencing her, aren't you?" Playing the devoted grandson card. Ethan denied it, but doubt crept in. Was he unintentionally swaying her? His bond with Jamie deepened meanwhile. Stolen weekends. Whispered dreams of a life together. "I want to meet her," Jamie said one snowy evening. As they walked hand in hand through Lincoln Park, Ethan hesitated. Introducing a boyfriend might shatter the fragile family peace. One fateful night, Evelyn summoned the family. Wheeled into the living room, she looked regal despite her oxygen tank. "I've revised my will," she announced. Gasps echoed. Mark leaned forward. "Graham, let's discuss." But she silenced him. "Ethan gets the house and half the estate. The rest splits among you, but with conditions. Community service for each." Chaos erupted. "He's just the help," Linda shrieked. "What about my kids' college funds?" Mark demanded. Uncle Tom slurred something incoherent. Ethan sat stunned, his world tilting. In the aftermath, accusations flew. "You manipulated her," Mark accused Ethan. "All those late-night talks." Ethan shook his head, tears welling. "I love her, that's all." Jamie, hearing the turmoil over the phone, rushed over. "You don't deserve this," he said, holding Ethan as sobs racked him. Evelyn, from her bed, squeezed Ethan's hand. They needed a wake-up call. Love isn't conditional. But the family rift widened. Phone calls turned hostile. And Ethan questioned if blood ties were worth the pain. As spring thawed the Chicago frost, Ethan's life became a battlefield. The family hired lawyers, contesting the will on grounds of undue influence. "He's not even straight. How can he carry on the family name?" Uncle Tom muttered in court filings, exposing the homophobia simmering beneath their polished exteriors. Ethan read the documents with a heavy heart, Jamie by his side. "This is discrimination," Jamie said, his teacher instincts kicking in. "We fight back." Ethan nodded, but inside, doubt gnawed. Was he ready to drag Evelyn's legacy through the mud? Court dates loomed like storm clouds. Ethan's days split between caregiving and depositions. Evelyn weakened daily, her once vibrant stories fading to whispers. "Don't let them break you," she'd say, her eyes fierce. Ethan confided in her about Jamie. "Bring him here," she insisted. Their meeting was poignant. Jamie charmed her with tales of his classroom kids, and Evelyn beamed. "You two remind me of what I missed." For a moment, harmony reigned in that room, a sanctuary amid the war. But outside, the assaults intensified. Mark's wife, Sarah, cornered Ethan at a family mediation. "Think of the children. They deserve stability." Ethan retorted, "What about my stability? I've given everything." Sarah's eyes narrowed. "You're choosing a lifestyle over family." The word lifestyle hit like a slap, reducing his identity to a choice. Jamie, waiting in the car, saw Ethan's pale face. "They're wrong," he assured, pulling him close. Their relationship became Ethan's anchor, late-night talks evolving into plans for a future home, perhaps adopting someday. Social ripples extended beyond court. Neighbors whispered. Old friends distanced themselves. Ethan's design portfolio gathered dust as stress sapped his creativity. One evening, after a grueling hearing where lawyers grilled him on his influence, Ethan broke down. "Maybe I should renounce it," he told Jamie over dinner in their tiny apartment escape. Jamie shook his head. "That's what they want, to erase you." Their debate turned heated, revealing cracks. Jamie pushed for confrontation, Ethan for peace. "I can't lose everyone," Ethan pleaded. Jamie softened. "You won't lose me." Evelyn's condition deteriorated rapidly. Hospital visits became routine, the beeps of machines a grim soundtrack. The family hovered like vultures, feigning concern while eyeing the clock. "Sign this," Mark urged Evelyn one day, "a form to amend the will." She refused, her voice weak but resolute. Ethan earned it with kindness you all lack. That night, alone with Ethan, she confessed, I knew about your heart long before you told me. I want you free. Tears streamed as Ethan held her hand, gratitude mixing with grief. The trial began in earnest. A spectacle of family secrets aired in a sterile courtroom. Witnesses testified. The housekeeper on Ethan's dedication, a neighbor on family snubs. Aunt Linda took the stand, painting Ethan as opportunistic. He moved in right after coming out. Convenient, isn't it? The judge's impassive face offered no clues. Ethan's turn came. Under cross-examination, he bared his soul. I love my family, but love shouldn't come with strings. Jamie watched from the gallery, pride swelling despite the tension. Media caught wind, turning it into a local story. Gay grandson versus greedy relatives. Online comments polarized. Support for LGBTQ rights clashed with traditional values. Ethan scrolled through them late at night, Jamie asleep beside him. Hero or homewrecker? The labels blurred. A particularly vicious post from an anonymous account, likely a relative, accused him of perverting the family. It shook him, but Jamie's embrace steadied. We're building our own family. As summer heat blanketed the city, Evelyn slipped away peacefully in her sleep. The funeral was a farce. Forced hugs, whispered barbs. Ethan stood graveside, Jamie's hand in his, defying stares. The will's reading followed, confirming her wishes. Outrage boiled over. Mark stormed out vowing appeals. Ethan inherited the house, but it felt hollow without her. What now? He asked Jamie, staring at the empty rooms. We make it ours, Jamie replied, a tentative smile breaking through. Yet closure eluded. Legal battles dragged on, draining savings. Ethan's design work picked up, clients drawn to his resilience story. But family ties frayed irreparably. Aunt Linda cut contact. Uncle Tom spiraled. Mark sent a terse email. You've divided us. Ethan pondered replying, but chose silence. With Jamie, they renovated the house subtly, turning it into a haven. This is for us, Ethan said, hanging their first joint photo. Fall brought a chill that mirrored Ethan's inner turmoil. The appeals court loomed, family lawyers arguing Evelyn's diminished capacity. Evidence mounted, medical records, witness affidavits. Ethan pored over them with his attorney, a pro bono ally from an LGBTQ advocacy group. This is bigger than money, the lawyer said. It's about equality. Ethan agreed, but exhaustion weighed heavy. Jamie noticed, suggesting a weekend getaway to Wisconsin Dells. We need a break, he urged. There, amid waterfalls and quiet trails, they reconnected, laughs echoing, plans whispered. Marry me, Jamie blurted under the stars. Ethan's yes was tearful, a beacon in the darkness. Back home, reality crashed. A tabloid article twisted facts. Gay caregiver swindles elderly widow. Protests formed outside the courthouse. Supporters with rainbow flags. Opponents with signs decrying moral decay. Ethan walked through the gauntlet, Jamie's grip firm. Inside, testimonies unraveled family facades. Mark admitted under oath to pressuring Evelyn for loans. Aunt Linda confessed jealousy over Ethan's closeness. The judge's questions probed deep. Did sexual orientation factor in your views? Reluctant nods exposed biases. Ethan's testimony was pivotal. Grandma taught me love is action, not words. I acted, cooking, listening, caring, while others waited for handouts. Cross-exam hammered. Weren't you seeking favoritism? Ethan stood firm. No, I sought acceptance. Jamie beamed from the seats, his presence a silent strength. Post-hearing, they dined at a quiet bistro toasting survival. You're my hero, Jamie said, but doubts lingered. Was winning worth the scars? Social fallout intensified. Ethan's childhood friends ghosted. Work offers dried up from conservative clients. Prejudice follows, he lamented to Jamie. They attended therapy, unpacking trauma. Your family's rejection isn't your fault, the counselor affirmed. Slowly, Ethan rebuilt, joining a gay support group, volunteering at senior centers. Jamie's school colleagues rallied, hosting a fundraiser for legal fees. Community over blood, Jamie quipped. As winter neared, a breakthrough. The judge ruled in Ethan's favor, citing no undue influence and praising Evelyn's lucidity. Cheers erupted from supporters. Family members slunk away. Ethan owned the estate outright, but victory tasted bittersweet. She'd be proud, Jamie said, hugging him. They celebrated quietly, planning a small wedding. Invites went out selectively, no family. Mark's response surprised. A handwritten note. I was wrong. Can we talk? Ethan hesitated, emotions swirling. Reconciliation attempts faltered. Over coffee, Mark apologized haltingly. I feared change. Ethan listened, but boundaries held. Acceptance means more than words. Mark nodded, promising effort. Aunt Linda remained distant, Uncle Tom unreachable. Ethan focused forward, transforming the house into a community space. Hosting LGBTQ events, honoring Evelyn's spirit. With stability, Ethan and Jamie's bond flourished. They adopted a rescue dog, symbolizing new beginnings. Ethan's designs gained traction, a book deal emerging from his story. From Help to Air, the working title mused. But shadows persisted. Anonymous threats, online harassment. Is it worth it? Ethan asked Jamie one stormy night. For us? Yes, Jamie affirmed. Spring renewed hope as Ethan and Jamie exchanged vows in an intimate garden ceremony, surrounded by chosen family, friends, advocates, no blood relatives. I do, echoed with promise. Honeymoon in New York brought joy, Broadway shows, Central Park strolls. This is our legacy, Ethan said, hand in hand. Back in Chicago, they settled into married life, the house alive with laughter. But peace was fleeting. Mark's outreach evolved into demands. Share the wealth. It's fair. Ethan refused, citing Evelyn's intent. Tensions reignited. Family gatherings skipped. A cousin's wedding invite arrived, laced with passive aggression. Bring your friend, if you must. Jamie urged attendance for closure. Ethan agreed reluctantly. At the event, stares and whispers abounded. Uncle Tom, sober for once, approached. You broke us. Ethan countered. No, secrets did. A heated exchange ensued, Jamie intervening calmly. Media interest resurged with a documentary pitch, Inheritance Wars, a gay man's fight. Ethan debated participating, exposure versus privacy. It could help others, Jamie encouraged. They signed on, filming raw interviews. Ethan's vulnerability shone. Tears over lost family, pride in love found. Airing sparked debates nationwide. Panels on inheritance rights, LGBTQ discrimination. Support flooded, so did backlash. Abomination, hate mail read. Security tightened, but resolve strengthened. Professionally, Ethan thrived. His graphic firm expanded, hiring queer artists. Jamie advanced to principal, advocating inclusive curricula. Together, they mentored youth, sharing stories of resilience. Choice defines us, Ethan told a teen group, yet personal choices tested. Fertility discussions arose. Kids? Jamie asked dreamily. Ethan paused, fearing repetition of family cycles. If we're ready. A twist emerged. Unearthed letters from Evelyn revealed her own hidden love. A woman in her youth, sacrificed for societal norms. I lived half a life, she wrote. Ethan shared with Jamie, tears flowing. She understood me deeply. This fueled advocacy. Ethan spoke at rallies linking past to present. Family reactions varied. Mark attended one, silent but present. Progress, Jamie noted. Summer brought confrontation. Aunt Linda sued anew, claiming fraud. Courts dismissed quickly, but emotional toll mounted. Therapy sessions intensified. Ethan grappling with anger, Jamie with secondary trauma. We're stronger together, they affirmed. A family mediation, court-ordered, forced dialogue. Revelations poured. Mark's marital strains, Linda's financial woes. Ethan empathized, offering olive branches, funds for therapy, not cash. Acceptance tentative. As fall leaves fell, equilibrium settled. The house hosted Thanksgiving for misfits, orphaned friends, estranged kin. Laughter filled rooms once tense. Mark joined hesitantly, kids in tow. "Uncle Ethan!" They cheered, unbiased. Bonds mended slowly. Forgiveness a choice. Ethan reflected. Evelyn's will wasn't revenge, but a mirror to flaws. Winter's grip tightened as Ethan and Jamie navigated newfound normalcy. The documentary won awards, amplifying their voice. "Change starts with stories," Ethan said in acceptance speeches. Backlash persisted, protests at events, but allies outnumbered foes. Family dynamics shifted. Mark visited regularly, discussions evolving from awkward to genuine. "I misjudged you," he admitted over beer. Ethan forgave, boundaries intact. Uncle Tom's rehab success brought reconciliation. "Sobriety showed me my bigotry," he confessed. Aunt Linda remained aloof, but sent a card. "Thinking of you." Ethan cherished small wins. With Jamie, they pursued surrogacy, hearts open to parenthood. "Our family, our way," Jamie said. Ethan's business boomed, designs gracing national campaigns. He dedicated a line to Evelyn, "Legacy of love." Yet questions lingered. Had Evelyn's bold move healed or harmed? Family therapy revealed layers. Generational trauma, unspoken pains. Ethan pondered choices, his own, theirs. "We all choose," he told Jamie, watching snowfall. Their life, once upheaval, now steadied. Mornings with coffee, evenings with dreams. In quiet moments, Ethan visited Evelyn's grave, updating her on progress. "You flipped everything for the better." Jamie joined, hand on shoulder. As years hinted at passing, Ethan's story inspired others. Books, talks, a foundation for queer elders. But was Evelyn's decision to favor Ethan in her will ultimately fair, considering the family divisions it caused?